I was having a conversation with my little bro, and I don't know where the fuck it even led to, but he ended up telling me that he felt lonely and alone. I was struck by that statement for a multitude of reasons, bro. But his exact words were, "I just want a girlfriend." And I mean, fuck, nigga, we all want girlfriends. That's why we do what we do. Then after that, I asked him, "Okay, well, do you feel like you're gonna die alone or something?" Because I don't know why there's so much urgency behind you having a girlfriend. And he said yes. He said he feels like he's gonna die alone at 15. Now that's concerning, bro. Because when I was 15. Of course I wanted a girlfriend, but I did not feel like I was going to die alone, and I had porn and video games, so there was no trouble.
Oh, hell no!
And because he's 15, bro, why does he feel like he needs a girlfriend right now? And that led me to the whole point of this video. Why do you feel like you need a girlfriend right now? Especially if you're like under 25, G. I read up on some forums and I did a decent amount of research, and my brother isn't the only one who thinks like this, G. There's like 14-year-old girls that think like this, or 19-year-old boys that think like this too. There's like 30-year-old guys that think like this too. And I mean, if you're 30, you honestly still shouldn't be thinking that, because there's a high chance that you could still get a girlfriend. But I won't even go that far. But like, yeah, I get it. If you're like 25 and up, I guess, yeah, you can be a little bit concerned, like, okay, yeah, it's time to start finding a girlfriend. Where's she at? No, whatever. But anything under that, bro, you don't need to have a fear of dying alone. That thought in itself is just completely absurd. I mean, yeah, okay, of course, love is an important thing that all humans need to experience. It's essential. That's the way we survive. We need love, we need connection, etc. And me personally, I've only fallen in love deeply one time, and you can kind of call that puppy love. I wouldn't even call that in love, whatever, but I was in love. You know what I'm saying?
Are you sure about that?
And that was in the 6th grade, and it was like a eight-month relationship. That's basically all it was. And all the way from then to now, I've just fallen in love and been a little lover boy. I've fallen in love in talking stages, and I got ghosted, and then I had mini ass heartbreaks, like I'm Drake or some shit. But the biggest problem we face here is that most of society, men and women included, they have so much urgency around getting into a relationship and having sex, and my just like why? And honestly, bro, I think it just ties back to social media. It ties back to social media, TV shows, movies. And I know everyone says that nowadays, social media, TV, like, okay. But the reason is because it's completely fucking true. Everyone through the screen seems to have a relationship. They seem to be having sex, and they seem to be doing all this shit. So it seems like a competition. And if you don't have a girl by a certain time, or if you haven't had sex by a certain time, then it feels like you're losing. And that's why there's so much urgency behind it. Snap back to reality, bro. If you're 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, whatever the fuck it may be, and you haven't fallen in love yet, then it's completely normal. A relationship should be on the back burner right now. Like, I'm not saying avoid it. And if it hasn't come to you yet, then maybe you need to self-improve a little bit more. Or you just need to be a little bit more patient. It's as simple as that, man. You're not gonna die alone. Next is the fear of being alone. And I think that's why there's so much urgency behind it as well. And you're scared of being alone itself, because all they do is outline the benefits of a relationship, whether that be through social media or whether that be through just regular conversation. They outline all the benefits of a relationship, and in reality, most of those people are just afraid of being alone, and that's why they just latch on to anyone who comes their way. Don't let this be you, and I'm going to make sure I don't let it be me either, because we'll just end up with somebody who's completely below our standards, and that's just going to have adverse effects. I mean, you could argue that getting in a relationship with somebody you don't like will teach you more about what you like, which is 100% true, but at the same time, like, why do you need to experience that now? That's my only question, is just why now? But that's why you always see guys with shitty girls, or vice versa. Or it's either that, or it's daddy issues or mommy issues, if that's even a thing. Who the fuck knows?
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
Just don't be afraid of being alone, bro, because loneliness gives you peace, man. And if you can handle it correctly, and it makes you fall into a state of satisfaction with oneself. But don't lie to yourself and say, I don't ever want a wife, I don't ever want a husband. Because that's simply not fucking true, bro. Because if you were to get one right there without you having to put any effort, you would do it. We all want it so bad. Like, we all want it, so don't fucking lie to yourself. And if you continue to say you don't want love or you don't want a relationship, then that just means you might have zero game, or you're just a broken ass motherfucker. I've been alone like the past 2 years of my life, and I wouldn't say alone because I've had family, I've had friendships, but I mean alone as in like love and a relationship, etc. I mean, yeah, I've fell in love a couple times, smally, like I said, a lover boy, and I've slept with a couple bitches. I've went on a few dates, but those actually don't mean shit. It's the friendships, it's my family, and doing what I love that actually keeps me happy, and it keeps me going for now. And I strongly believe in building myself to becoming the best man, so I can then attract the best woman. And I haven't really found the one. But my friend called me out because honestly, I also haven't really given any girl that came into my life a chance to even be the one because, I was focused on myself, self-improvement, etc. And that mindset's actually going to start shifting now after that whole conversation. I'm going to start shifting that mindset with the girls I have in my life right now and just be open to opportunity and the possibility of a relationship and not just shoot it off completely because I'm focused on myself. You know what I'm saying? Because if I do that long enough, then I'll probably shoo away 20 of the ones, you know what I mean? But there's no argument against this right now, me being 18, focusing on my dreams. There's no doubt in the world that focusing on a girl is going to pull me away from the things I really need to do. There's no doubt in it. Slightly. She's going to slightly pull me away. That's about it. But with that being said, man, you don't need a relationship right now. And you may want it, but since when do we always have to fulfill our wants? I can't stress enough that the one will come. You're not going to die alone. And don't be afraid that if you get a girlfriend, she's going to be a distraction, because when the one comes, she's not going to be a distraction. She's not going to pull you away from any of that. She's simply going to be an addition to your life. A beautiful addition, matter of fact. So, yeah, love you. Start off tomorrow strong, G. Peace.